Welcome back to The Explainer, focused learners. If you've ever booted up a heavily modified game of Minecraft, you absolutely know the joy of that perfectly customized experience. But what actually keeps all those moving parts from just completely falling apart behind the scenes? Okay, let's dive into this. Today we're uncovering the unseen engine that keeps your entire game running smoothly, the Fabric API.
So, how do different Minecraft mods actually communicate? Really think about it for a second. You've got dozens, maybe hundreds of modifications, all built independently by different developers all over the world. When you load them up simultaneously, why doesn't your game just instantly crash from registry conflicts or overlapping code? It's kind of wild, right? Without some sort of central coordinator, just throwing all these totally uncoordinated files into a single directory as well, a recipe for absolute chaos. They desperately need a standardized way to talk to the base game and, of course, to each other.
And that brings us to our solution. The source material defines the Fabric API as a shared library. Now, think of this like a bustling public resource center. But, instead of physical books, this library is packed with digital blueprints and established protocols. When developers create brand new mods, they don't have to build foundational communication systems completely from scratch. No way. Their mods simply access this central hub to check out the essential tools and connections they need to integrate properly into Minecraft. It's basically a shared pool of resources that practically every single modification draws from. This ensures everybody is speaking the exact same baseline language.
Now, what's really interesting here is the active role this shared library takes. The Fabric API doesn't just sit passively in your mod folder collecting digital dust. Not at all. It actively provides essential tools, builds vital connections, and directly helps different mods communicate. It literally operates as a real-time translator running constantly in the background. So let's say one mod needs to locate a custom block placed by another mod, or maybe it needs to hook into a very specific game event. Well, the API provides the established pathways to make that data exchange happen instantly and flawlessly. And this brilliantly illustrates the night and day difference this software makes to your game. Without the Fabric API, mods seriously struggle to communicate and function. It would be like a room full of people shouting instructions at each other in completely different languages. System logic conflicts, and boom, the game breaks. But with the API acting as that shared library, different mods actually run together smoothly because they rely on the exact same centralized tools and connections provided by the API that can finally cooperate. So that super smooth, crash-free Minecraft gameplay you enjoy when you're running 20 active mods at once? Yeah, you can absolutely thank this unseen backbone for keeping the peace.
Because it is absolutely critical for inter-mod communication, the developers make its importance incredibly clear, stating point blank, this API is required for almost all mods that use the Fabric Loader to function correctly. So actually, scratch the idea of this being just a fun, optional add-on or some minor performance booster. If you're using the Fabric Loader to modify your game, this API is a fundamental, non-negotiable requirement. Literally, almost every single piece of custom content relies heavily on it to even function.
So, the crucial point here is that the Fabric API really is the ultimate translator for Minecraft mods. It's the essential, invisible framework that's actively powering your customized gaming experience. You might never interact directly with it while you're, say, building a massive redstone contraption or exploring some wild custom dimension, but it is always working tirelessly under the hood for you. It's the thing ensuring every distinct piece of community-created code can harmoniously share the same digital space. Which brings us to the end of our explainer today, but I do want to leave you with a rather fascinating question to ponder. We've just seen how essential this software is for just one game. So what other invisible, shared libraries are out there right now keeping your favorite games from crashing? Think about the massive digital infrastructure shaping your everyday gameplay across all your devices, silently translating and connecting millions of lines of code so you can just focus on having fun. Next time your heavily modified game boots up perfectly, maybe remember to thank the invisible backbone making it all possible. Thanks for learning with me today, and keep exploring.